Have you ever worked and wondered and had on your mind, why do people do the things that they do? You know, growing up, I used to wonder, and my father would always tell me, you know, I did a whole lot of things out of obligation, but a lot of times I did things my heart wasn't in it. And the thing I had to realize, and the reason I'm able to do what I do, my education and everything was done because of the contributions and the sacrifices that my father made. You know, I was thinking about this story. This man was performing, and he was in a contest. And one of the contests was that he would play his violin. And he got up there and he played his violin, and I mean, he was outstanding. Every note was just right. Everybody was just captivated in the audience because of how good he was. They couldn't believe that they knew that he was going to win the contest because everything was just right in line. Everybody was so impressed. And when he finished, they gave him a standing ovation. At the end of the contest, they came out and they gave the awards. And of course, everybody knew he was going to get first place. Standing ovation. So when they began to talk to him and everybody was congratulating him and really giving him accolades, he began to cry. He said, "Why are you crying?" He said, "You just won. You won all these finances and money. You're going to get a record label. You're going to get all these things, and you're crying because you're upset." He said, "But you don't understand something." He said, "What?" "Did you notice that in the first row, there was somebody that wasn't standing up, somebody that wasn't clapping, somebody that wasn't impressed?" He said, "Well, why? It's only one person." He said, "Everybody else was giving you accolades. They were just going wild because of how good you were." He said, "But that guy that didn't stand up, that was my teacher. And he knows that I didn't do my best, the mistakes I made. And of course, he wasn't pleased with my performance." You know, we have to ask that question. All of the things that we do for God, all of the things in our lives that we do out of our hearts for God. But is he pleased? When you look in that spiritual mirror, do you ask the question, is he really pleased with how you live, how you think, how you talk, and what's in your heart? Even though all the people around you may be saying, "Man, you're the best. You're a good Christian. You're a great woman of God, great man of God." But what is God saying? Is he getting the glory? We have to remember the scripture that it says in Matthew 6:21, "For where your treasure is, there is where your heart will also be." Is your heart with God in what you're doing? Because it's going to reflect in everything you do in life. And you want God to be proud of your actions and what you're doing. Remember, Bible study, 7 to 8 o'clock on this Wednesday. We have teaching on Thursday night, 8:30 to 9:30 with Impact. And we're looking forward to a wonderful service this weekend. We're believing we want God to be pleased with our actions so we can look for the rewards when we get to heaven. Let's have a good week.